You're so good at these stills. Like
The camera froze.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's very
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Izzy,
Cheers,
how are
happy
you?
weekend.
Yes.
I'm great. How are you?
Oh no.
We're
Ooh,
matching.
beer buddy. I love it.
Beer
Beer
buddies.
buddies. You got the big one
But
though. I got the small one.
I got the big one, you got the small one. Oh, it's so good.
Tegernseer
It's the
Health.
best beer in the world.
It is. It is. Tegernseer Health for everybody who is intrigued. That's it. That's it
And
right there.
from a beautiful location in
Absolutely.
Bavaria.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hey, how was your week?
I had a really busy week, but it was really fun. Yes, so some really exciting projects and great to see that people are like loving our 6.0 release still even
Yeah.
more. So yeah, that's great. How was your week?
Yeah, just the same. I mean, I had 4 workshops this week, so I've been
Wow.
pretty busy. But same here. Also, we got so much, just great feedback on our version 6, and just that feels so good, right? I mean, it feels
It
so
does.
great, right? If people really embrace it, really like it, you get those wows that you're really hoping for when you show something, right? So that's pretty cool. And one of the workshops was also really cool because this has been a customer that we have been working with for a couple of years now, and
Mhm.
so we're doing these workshops with them once in a while, and they actually have huge success, and they're like also very grateful about it. They're fully embracing it, right? So I mean, like obviously it was like a workshop spa, so to speak, because you all get all those nice feedback and everybody's happy because it's going
Oh,
up, right? And you're just searching for new opportunities with them, and it's just so much fun. So that was really
it's very
great.
rewarding. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Oh,
really,
nice.
really phenomenal. Yeah, really cool. And the week after next, I'm on vacation for a week because we have like school
Me too.
holiday. Um,
So
so yeah,
it worked out again, Marcus, that we're on vacation at the same time.
awesome, awesome. But
Yes.
I have to. I mean, I have to oblige by the school. You know, when the school is
Uh,
having vacation. Yeah,
oh
which
no.
yeah,
Is it a
what?
school holiday?
It is a school holiday. Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
God, there's gonna be kids everywhere.
oh no. Well, I don't
No.
know the real reaction I should do here.
I
Yay.
mean, you have kids, it's fine for you.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, that's fine. I'll hide in the sauna,
I
you
have.
know.
Where
Yeah,
you go?
this I'm going to Chiemsee. So
Chiemsee. Oh, very
another
nice.
gorgeous lake in Bavaria. So very close by. I'm not traveling or flying anywhere, but just taking the train 1 hour south and you're there. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we've
it'd
actually
be
been there
nice and
last week.
relaxing.
Last weekend,
Oh,
phenomenal day. We were actually sledding up in the mountains,
lovely.
and actually on the way back, we made a quick detour to Chiemsee, walked around the lake a little bit, got ice
Nice.
cream. I don't know the kids, obviously. Um, I mean, phenomenal weather.
Yeah,
Yeah, Chiemsee is always very nice. Yeah, it's
it's
really cool.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
where are you going? Are you staying close by?
It's a family hotel. It's in Unken. That's what it's called. So this year is actually the first time that Belly has a ski course under her belt. So she actually did a ski course with the kindergarten.
Wow.
So she's now, and she actually was first in the final race. So she's like all hyped up, right? And now like I'm the next ski superstar. I love it.
Oh,
And
sweet.
and and um, and Julius has already 2 ski
Mhm.
as a ski courses. So yeah, we can all ski, the 4 of us, for the first time. So this is absolutely exciting. They
Nice.
will still have snow, but I mean like it's high up, so it should be all right. Yeah, and we've been there at the family hotel before, so kids love it.
Okay,
They want
that's
to go
cool.
there again. So yeah, I mean like obviously when the
But
kids are happy, parents are happy, and it's all good. Yeah.
I'm sure. That's so German though. I love it. Like learning how to ski at kindergarten.
Oh, it's phenomenal. It's
Like
phenomenal.
how old are you at kindergarten? You're 4 or 5, right?
Yeah, also,
Like
so
really
Belly is 2 now,
small.
so she will be,
Yeah.
um where can I go? Here. No. Here. So here she
Mhm.
is. Here she is. Super
Oh, bless
happy.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge.
super happy.
Oh,
Really cool.
nice.
Yeah, and she was so proud of being number one here. Like really with her friend, they were like really happy. Yeah, it was so cool. It was so much fun. Yeah, and I really can't wait to like ski with like the whole
Yeah.
family. So this is gonna be super fun.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Cool. So
let's
where
talk
my
about
people
SEO.
at? Where are SEOs at? Where's the chat?
Yeah,
Do you
where are
see- yeah.
SEOs at? Somebody watching? And somebody, I mean, like, I obviously like to chat with you. We haven't chatted
We're
the whole
catching
week.
up.
So,
Yeah.
it's always nice. And we can also do this by ourselves, but obviously we would
Sure.
like to know if somebody's watching. We had in our daily dose of SEO, we actually had the problem that LinkedIn comments weren't like going through the StreamYard. So this might be a problem here. I don't know. I would expect Bianca to be on the job to see if something's happening. But whatever. Let's just get it started.
Oh yeah.
I'm
having
fun.
Yeah,
look at this.
Colin's
Colin is here.
watching.
Colin is here.
Thanks,
watching.
Colin.
Nice. And also in a tie and a suit. Man, like I haven't seen him this. What do you say? Like
like formal.
Dapper. Never. Dapper. That was what I'm looking for.
The
dapper.
word from last
week.
That
word. I love that word. It's looking so dapper. I don't know. In South Africa, they also say dapper. I don't know. Should be probably.
It's a very British word, but maybe it made it over to South Africa.
Yeah. British infused.
Everyone wears a suit for LinkedIn.
Yeah. I should do too. I should also wear a suit. I should actually wear a suit for this show, right? I mean, like properly with the proper attire. I mean, I don't have to wear pants, right? I can just like from the waist up.
No, pants are not necessary for home office. That's a great part.
Dapper Chapman, they call me. Look at that, right?
Dapper Chapman.
Awesome, Dapper Chapman. Yeah, but it's been an exciting week in SEO. Actually, not that many like. I mean, like I was sorting through the articles. I mean, like there were like all of like small ones. I mean, like, we had a big news with a conductor swooping up Content King. I mean, like obviously that was a big news. Congratulations to Vincent, to Stephen, and the whole team. Also to the team of conductors. Seth is an awesome guy. Love this guy. They have a great team in conductor, and I really see this. I love seeing this because conductor with the whole WeWork debacle, sort of, them being bought by WeWork, then WeWork going like to shit, and then they go fire sale stuff, but they're back on track, and it's definitely a great acquisition for them, swooping up Content King, great guys. So yeah, that was quite a big news. But despite of that, I hope you found something similar interesting. That's the perfect
I have all the links you sent to me, so we do have a fabulous start because we're such big fans of Kevin Indig. Kev Dig for short. That's his unofficial nickname. Really? Sorry, Kevin.
I never heard that, and I never called him
Kev. I made up that nickname.
Kev Dig. It's pretty cool.
I don't know what he thinks about it, so
Oh, by the way, John is mocking us here. SEO is popular? Oh my God.
No, it's so low key.
Google Trends, right? I mean, like apparently, according to Google Trends. By the way, talking of which, and actually John has a point here, because I was actually looking up that Google Trend chart in Germany, and here it's totally different. In Germany, it's actually like trending a bit down. Yeah, that's US. Yeah, and you see it up here, search engine optimization by month US. And you see this this graph. I can see this as well. When I do this with Germany, it's actually quite flat. So obviously, I was also looking for Suchmaschinenoptimierung, the whole topic, but it's basically the same line. So this was kind of interesting that you would see this in the US, but not really in Germany. So yeah, I guess John really has a point here. But again, Google Trends in US, that's what we've seen there. By the way, Bernd is watching. Hey, Bernd. Greetings from Tyrol. Greetings to Tyrol. Nice. Bernd, awesome you're watching.
Yes. But it's a really nice article from Kevin, right? So like some really great arguments about that, the fact that SEO is still popular, that there is still a lot of demand for this position in-house or as a consultant. New tech companies are leveraging SEO, SaaS is exploding, lots of great innovations to e-commerce. Ads themselves are becoming less efficient as a sort of product because of a lot more companies like SaaS companies that are developing. So yeah, I thought a really great piece from Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely. A great piece. I mean, this goes back to Joe Hall. The great Joe Hall was actually
True.
posting this article. We had it here like 2 weeks ago with SEO skyrocketing during COVID. So Kevin took it and said, let's find out what's the reason here. And I think especially also, I mean, like obviously e-commerce going through the roof. That's very true point. And also SaaS companies, software as a service companies, like really embracing SEO, because I think for them, the SEO channel is always, I think, one of the most profitable and almost most promising channels, because I'm basically have all these people that search for a solution, and I can basically place my solution in front of their eyes, telling them how they can do something with the help of my software. So I mean, like software as a service companies really profit from good SEO. So I definitely think this is the big trend here. And I also like this, his first point, tech companies are more successful. And he actually looks at the 10 biggest companies in 2001, in 2011, 2021. And it's so amazing, right? That you would see that it would, just during the course of 10 years, this would shift so heavily, right? I mean, like, ExxonMobil 20 years ago, right? Number one, nowhere to be found now. I mean, like obviously it's still number 10, but this is huge, right? And then you have all the Amazon, the Apple, the Alphabet, obviously, right? All the tech companies coming in there, but like all the old guard basically getting flushed out. And I'm always amazed by this. And I remember a statistic when you had this the 100 biggest companies 100 years ago, and there was only one single company that was still around, which was General Electric, right? So, and I think this is so mind-blowing, right? That because we see these huge companies, right? And we think, oh, this is going to be, like forever and ever. But just looking at 10 years, right? There's just a major shift because, technology, people are getting different, interests are shifting, whatever, right? And so I always...
Pandemics.
Yeah, obviously. And so I always like amazed by these statistics when you really see how this is shifting, what you really wouldn't expect. Same with big social network sites. I mean, MySpace. I still have a profile on MySpace, I think. Is it still big? Not really, right?
I have no idea. Last I heard, it was good for band websites, but I don't even know if that's the case anymore. Really,
I don't have a band, so no.
Well, we could start one, Marcus. Hey, Rudiger.
The SEOs. Hi, both. Happy Friday. Hey, Rudiger. Cheers to Nottingham. Great, you're watching.
Prost.
Akif is also watching. Hi, all. Hi, Akif.
Hey there.
Also watching. Head over to Kevin Inlink's blog and also subscribe to his newsletter. This was actually from his newsletter. So you really want to subscribe. He has always great stuff coming out. And great article. Thank you, KevDig.
Thanks, KevDig.
Wasn't there this guy that was together with Britney Spears? Kevin Federline. That was a different guy.
That's a blast from the past, Marcus. Early 2000s history right there. Not to be confused with Kevin Indig. He did not date
He also had, like, I think his name was also, like, his moniker was also very similar to this. I don't know.
Okay, like a blending of the names.
Something. I don't know. Just rang a bell, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm just...
Okay. Next up, we have some more R for SEO. So actually, last week we were getting really happy about John Moo's article on R, on getting started with R.
And since you're listening, your article was so amazingly funny, as we discussed it last week. And just reading it, I had to laugh out so loud a couple of times when he was like, you can put it in your CV because nobody's going to let you do anything because nobody understands it. And you can just copy and paste just like I did, right? So I love it, his approach to this. And also just in the beginning, I need to back up a bit, but okay. But I'm not going to back up more and tell you how a printer works, right? So, and this is what I love about it, right? It's such a dry topic, so to speak, but just reading his article is like really fun. Reading the article and get like really engaged, really trying it out just because of John's writing.
Here it is.
There it is. Yeah, you're using R for people who don't use R. You have to read this article. It's really cool, and also it's a great introduction into R, right? The full rundown, this is what you need to do from start to finish, and it's just a great great start. And he also talks about one of the strengths of R, which is the packages. And this is where this next article comes in that we were just seeing, R
Yes.
for SEO part 2, because he's like looking at the packages for Google Analytics as well as Search Console. So if you have basically mastered John's article, you now might want to graduate up to this article, connect your Google Analytics, connect your Google Search Console, and do some cool graphs, do some cool statistics with it, really get it going. So I really love it.
Wow.
It's also very like for starters still, right? So even I was able to do it. So that says a lot, right?
Yay.
I'm not so stupid. Yay.
Good job.
Good job. Thank you.
Even Marcus Tandler can do it. I mean, that's not helpful for the SEO community.
Then everybody
We're all very impressed by you, Marcus. But
that looks
good
serious.
to know.
It is.
It looks seriously good.
It's seriously good.
Yeah, seriously good. But yeah, lots of juicy things to get into here. K-Fed. That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Look at Akiv. Akiv knows his shit, right? So really, Kevin Federline, K-Fed, and then Kev Dig. Okay, it's totally
Kev Dig.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm
sorry. I'm really sorry. Oh, there's even Search Console advice in here. Yeah.
Absolutely. So how I can use this package and what can you do with it. It's really cool.
Nice. So yeah, thank you, Ben Johnston. Well done, Marcus, for doing something with R. Are you ready to do R?
Yeah, I mean, like tried all the things here, and also I'm still like with my Bitesized Python.
Yeah,
which is one of my favorite Python books. Like
it's amazing.
It's such an awesome book. As if you don't know this, Bitesized Python. It's like for kids, like a kid book. So again, it speaks to me, and I love it. It's also very easy to get into this. I mean, and I think it's always. I mean, like you don't need to be able to like really be very proficient in this, but just be able, as John said in his article, to be able to copy and paste and and this is it, find something that you find interesting and being able to, okay, this is what I need. This is how I can debug it if it doesn't work and stuff like this. So I love this, that you can have a quick start into something like this. But I won't put it on my CV, by the way. So I haven't put it in my CV.
Yeah. Do you have a CV?
I guess somewhere. I mean, like
somewhere floating around.
I mean, to be honest, I really only did like an application twice in my life.
Wow.
So yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it might have been a huge time waste doing a CV. I mean, I also didn't put it on LinkedIn and Xing. And
okay.
But I might.
Well, for all of you at home, you could read this. You could read John Moo's article. And this.
That's it.
Yeah, he wants a deep
dive. Go to John's
dive.
article first, and then graduate to this.
Yeah, and then pop it on your CV, and then wonder what happened to all the languages between C and R. I mean, there was C, C++, C++, C#, and then nothing, and then R. And these are the things that keep me up at night, wondering about what happened here. Let's move on.
The guys that invented this both had it's like Ross and Richard, Ross and Russ.
We spoke about that last week.
Yeah.
So why is R called R? Ross Ahaka and Robert Gentleman were the founders. Robert Gentleman. That's an amazing name.
I just knew Robert, but Robert Gentleman. That's a pretty cool name. I hope he is a gentleman, right? I mean, like, would be weird.
He has to be with this.
It has to be. It's like got the stamp there.
Yeah. Okay.
Robert Gentleman. Awesome.
Yes, here is a huge list of very cool resources regarding the very important topic of accessibility, ranging from different blogs and newsletters to subscribe to. There's conferences, meetups, podcasts. There's information about who to hire. There's help articles, plugins, extensions. It's kind of all here, and you need it probably.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that we're seeing more articles from the accessibility space, from the sustainability space. We were talking about this last week, with the optimizing social media embeds for
I love this.
sustainability, right? And really love this, that it's now getting more diverse, and people really embracing those topics, like really accessibility, and not just for UX, but like really being inclusive, like really doing the best job you could possibly do here. And also sustainability, not just looking at from the performance angle, making something faster. Obviously, if you make it more sustainable, saving CO2, this will also probably be a result of having a faster experience and everything, and being like very conscious about what you load at what time, when it's needed. And so, but I love this, that it's not like from the performance angle, but also from the sustainability angle. And again, in accessibility, there's not a lot of coming out. So I was like really, celebrating this article here with, who's just say, hey, these are a lot of resources if you want to get into this topic, if you want to dive deeper into this. Here, great resources. So I was really happy to find this.
And today I learned that there is an actual podcast where they take popular memes and they literally describe them for a blind audience, which is very cool. But that also sounds really hilarious for everyone. So I really need to subscribe to this one.
Is it this Say My Name podcast?
Say My Meme podcast.
Say My Meme podcast.
Yeah. So
that is crazy.
Little fun tip for you. Yeah.
How would you describe a meme?
Exactly. So there's got to be some funny interpretations there.
Wow. You should be a guest on that channel. I mean, like, you're the queen of memes, right? So
I'm queen of SEO memes.
SEO memes. Okay. Well, there's a distinction here. I know. Okay.
I didn't just define myself as the queen of SEO memes.
No, everybody says that. So.
Okay. And I browse a lot of Reddit, right? And there is a sort of active community on Reddit which transcribes memes, because there's no automatic service for this. And memes can contain a lot of text and like a lot of things to interpret. So people actually volunteer and like go around and provide a transcription of a meme in the comments, and people upvote them so that they appear quite highly in the comments, and that people or like blind audiences can understand what is happening there. So I thought it was quite nice as well as a little.
That is really super cool, because actually Kasper Szymanski, former Google Search Quality engineer, Google Search Quality guy, he actually posted a picture, I think last week, about when we first met in 2007. So 15 years ago, we met at O'Reilly's Web 2.io Expo. I was speaking there. They were actually in the first row. And back then I was not really talking just pure white hat. So it was like always like eyeing them, what are they going to say? What are they going to do? Right? Can I say this? But they loved it. Right. And after this, we talked, we hung out, and actually there was the start of a great friendship, and we've been friends ever since. And he's been posting this. He had posted this image, and I was like really struggling, because I'm not a Twitter guy, right? I'm always like very. I don't even want to post something because I'm just afraid of, I don't know, like. I don't know, like, whoa, this, like, I don't know, this toxic cesspool that people call Twitter, and I was actually looking for a meme, so I don't have to write something. I was looking for a meme, but it was like hard to express exactly what I want.
Sure.
Be like sort of like a bro friendship without being too cheesy or love, and didn't find anything. And then I actually, I'm not gonna do it anyway. So
you could just ask me.
Him, hey, that was awesome. So I texted him, right? Like,
yeah.
I would have been in dire need of such a meme search engine to actually, to find this. So that's actually a very good tip. I need to check this out.
Yeah, it's cool.
Just saying, that's pretty cool what you have there.
But it's interesting because, like, trying to interpret what people want out of a meme, that is difficult, and a lot of cases, like guy standing next to child laughing meme. Actually, a lot of Google searches I enter already append the keyword with the term meme, because they know that I'm searching for these things quite frequently.
Search.
It's a fine art looking for the right meme, so don't worry if you can't do it quite well.
Yeah, but you really have to be very good at that meme game, because I mean, like, I always sucked also at these emojis. So people would use these emojis and I
Mm.
don't even know what they mean, right? And I was also using them wrong and stuff like this. I don't know. Might be just me getting old, but
Oh.
it's just like, yeah, I really struggle with this kind of communication style. Yeah.
I mean, I love it on Slack, just typing in the name of the emoji these days. So that's how
Mhm.
like down with the kids I am,
Yeah.
that I like know the actual name of the emoji. Like this is some good shit right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's up next? You sent me this article. I've not actually read this. The most
Mhm.
valuable digital marketing skills to have in your LinkedIn profile this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I was posting this because if you scroll down, there's like an infographic kind of thing, a look at marketing occupation. Yeah, that is. So they were looking at the fastest growing occupations, so year-over-year growth, as well as the most in demand occupations. And I really loved seeing this, right? I mean, like a search manager, right? As a this sort of, it's not really like SEO in here specifically. I mean, like a search engine optimization analyst. Nine, which I also like, it's the analyst, right? So you have the technical SEOs, content SEO, search engine optimization analyst, analyzing GC data, Google Analytics, and that kind of stuff. So I love this, that it's more getting like more distinctive or like diverse. Also, that's really not the SEO, but a search engine optimization analyst. But obviously, I love to see this, that an SEO also sub the job, so to speak, is in this fastest growing occupation list. So yeah, I mean, like everybody working in our industry listening to this, right? You are, yeah, at the top of what people are searching for on LinkedIn. And what is also interesting, if you scroll down a little bit more, actually didn't understand it correctly. So this is skill and supply and demand. So relative supply demand index, I mean, like obviously, if you're good in digital marketing, that's a big plus. But top skill gaps in this competency: digital strategy, omniture. Okay, you got to be with that analytics software, link building, and off-page SEO, right? And by the way, which is basically the same, but it was like, what, right? And so I actually didn't understand the skill gap. So does this mean this is what people are missing, or is this sort of like what a lot of people have in their profiles? Do you know this?
I have no idea, but I would presume that it's what is in the profile, if that's how they gathered this information through LinkedIn.
The skill gap. Also, what's a skill gap? Skill gap. Deutsch. Fähigkeitslücke. Also, this is something you're missing. So people are missing competency in link building and off-page SEO, which is awesome, right? I mean, like, I love it that there's SEO out there which don't put skills like link building and off-page SEO in there, because then he's probably good SEO. Not talking about, people building links. It's all good. If Judith is watching, she's really good at this, right? But I mean, like, obviously you have a lot of good people in this game, but yeah, generally somebody just, I mean, like, these guys from India, and they're just like, hey, I'm doing guest posting, and we're doing off page and stuff like this. So I'm really like somebody not mentioning this, because yeah, he's maybe a little bit more well-rounded SEO. Scraping ranking trackers on LinkedIn.
Yes.
That'd be nice. Like, capability gap. Yeah, so people are missing. I think that's fine. This is fine. Also, if you're not well in the link building off-page SEO, you're good. It's all good. Often they not really know what kind of SEO is needed. A SEM is always SEO. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. That a lot of people have like, they want somebody managing their search, right, and everything, their search efforts, but they really don't do any distinction between PPC and SEO. Yeah, because you're just going to be a one-man show anyway. Do everything, right? So yeah, I go with Akif. This is probably the case here. Yeah, but nevertheless, I think this is really cool that we can see that what we're doing here, what you guys are doing out there, is really resonating with a lot of companies and HR managers. And yeah, so you're definitely in the right profession. You've chosen wisely.
Yes.
And that's also cool. where you just hear the top 10 LinkedIn learning courses. Which
I was going to say,
yeah. I looked at this SEO Foundations, which is, I never heard of the guy, but I definitely want to check it out. And I think these are really impressive numbers.
They are huge, yeah.
These courses actually reaching. Though I really thought when I saw this, I was like, oh, I should do a SEO course on LinkedIn.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, definitely. You should.
And like,
good. I don't have anything else to do. It's cool, you know.
I know. I'm sitting around the whole day waiting for things to do. So just create a course. But look at this, the 6 morning habits of high performers. And you know what? Like, wake up at 5 a.m., read 3 books, work out for 2 hours, start work at 8, work for 10 hours, have some kale, work out again, and then go to bed at 3 in the morning. Those are the 6 morning habits of high performers.
That's what you're doing? Oh my God.
That's what I do. And it's not enough, Marcus. I can always do more. Yeah. Honestly, I have not watched this course. I'm just kind of making fun of this like toxic hustle culture. But hopefully this course is a bit nicer. And Online Marketing Foundations of 2018. Hopefully there's not too much outdated information in there. A lot has changed in 4 years, crazily enough. But yeah, interesting. Oh wait, it's again on the bottom. So it's the top and it's the bottom course. The 6 morning habits.
Oh,
anyway,
really? Huh?
You see?
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's probably a high performer, so he was like, I don't know.
He did it again. He did it twice in the same morning.
Like, oh, I'm just gonna do it. I'm doing it.
Okay. Next article. Google search is dying by DKB. I don't know this resource actually. So can you please explain this article to me? Because I was picking points apart and you can start.
Yeah. First of all, congratulations. The first Google or SEO is Dead article of 2022. You know, it's February, so yay! First SEO is dead. Yeah. Oh, but here, John also saying, "Oh my God, again, SEO is dead and popular." Woo!
And it's popular. Which one is it? Right?
Absolutely. I love this. I mean, like, I have been reading SEO is dead articles ever since 2003. I think this was like after the Florida update, or even when Google hit the scene. There was this moment where people were like, oh, you know, white ground on white, as a white font on white background doesn't work anymore. Oh my God, SEO is dead, right? And then after Florida, obviously SEO was dead, and it's been dead every single year. But look at this, we're still here, right? So, and this article is, I actually didn't understand a lot of this. So first of all, he makes this case for Reddit, which you like. And if you scroll down a little bit, so he's basically showing that Reddit has not peaked yet, right? So these peaks with Friendster, Facebook, Twitter. Oh my God, it should have come this, but whatever. And obviously also TikTok, like doing this. Woohoo! And but Reddit still hasn't peaked yet. And he's actually saying that a lot of people are fed up with Google and are now searching for stuff. And adding plus Reddit.com or site Reddit.com, and then what they're looking for. So they actually want to find something on Reddit because you can't find anything with a normal Google search anymore. So he's making this point that you can't even search in quotation marks anymore to find the exact, like, I want to find exactly this absatz, this
query, sentence
or abstract from something, right? And he would say, oh, but there's still stuff coming up that, you know, that doesn't have that sentence on the page, and, you know, Google is broken. And actually Dennis Sullivan replied, and like that he's even replying to that senseless stuff, but whatever.
It's down here, right?
Yeah, and he was like also complaining why this could be the case. For example, that the site had been updated since then, right? So since it's been indexed, that sentence was on the page, it has been updated. Now it's not on the page anymore. This sentence could be located in an alt tag, right? For example, which Google also would show apparently.
Didn't know that either.
Yeah, punctuation could be the case, right? So there's a lot of different cases what Google put in there, but it's not broken, right? It still works, and it still works as it should. So I thought really, this is like your thing that you're saying because you can't search in exact as a quotation anymore, that Google is dying and AI is giving you now even worse results and stuff like this. As it was very much as the thing was, when I first read the article, I was like, well, that's bullshit. I'm just not, I don't care. But then when I saw Dennis Sullivan replied, I'm like, why would you reply to this? So there must be, I don't know, is the guy famous? I don't know. Or I don't know. So this is why I basically read it. And then I was like,
Yeah.
this is just a lot of, I don't know. And he seems to really like Reddit because he thinks that you will find more stuff on Reddit. And again, I also don't get it because I'm not a Reddit guy. I think it's similarly toxic from the discussion culture.
It can be. It can be. It really depends on where you go. I mean, it's still the internet, so you still got a lot of ballsy people sharing opinions that don't match yours. So it can be, but there's a lot of, I'd say, nice content pieces. There's, I think, some really cool subreddits. I mainly just look for memes and cute cat videos. So for that, it's fine. But I was immediately drawn to this statement. So the first paragraph, in how do we know Google is dying? If you've tried to search for a recipe or product review recently, I don't need to tell you that Google search results have gone to shit. It's like so loaded, right?
Yeah.
You would have already noticed that the first few non-ad results are SEO optimized, lol, sites filled with affiliate links and ads. Like, what? There's so many things wrong with this statement. And I kind of felt a bit turned off since this first sentence because it just seems way too loaded. Like it's more about his opinions, and I think he does have definitely good points and good concerns.
Yeah, then he's giving other people are saying, "Oh yeah, Google is going to shit." So what are you saying? But I had the exact same feeling starting reading this article. I was like, "What is this?" Right? But then I saw Dennis Sullivan replying to it. So I don't know why he's replying. So maybe it is. So I don't know. Maybe there's something. So that's why I read it. But I don't know. SEO still has a bad rap. Still has a bad reputation.
Does, unfortunately.
Sure. Yeah. But exactly that point that you just made, Izzy, that's so true, right? I mean, and especially after the product review updates and stuff like this, where do you see these SEO sites with lots of affiliate links? Please show me, right? I mean, where is it? But he's not even giving examples. He's just saying, oh yeah, I searched for some stuff and it's shit, so Google is dying, Reddit is better, blah, right?
I mean, I don't understand, but I think it was an interesting piece nonetheless, and also quite funny that he is sort of fueling his own stereotype and making fun of this, about that this is the 87th time someone has claimed that Google search is dying. Probably 87,000th time someone has claimed that Google search is dying in the last 20 years. And yes, it is a big meme in the SEO world. I might even go and make another meme about it right after this show. So,
but you can leave in one thing: SEO is dead articles always get discussed, like here, right? It's totally
that's true. We're discussing
We're talking about it, right? We're giving attention to this, right? And like with every SEO is dead article, we should do this. We should put a SEO is dead article.
Yay. We should, yes. So very clickbaity.
Going viral. Put it on Reddit and on Twitter.
Put it on Reddit, upvote it, make a meme about it, and enjoy success.
Enjoy success.
So next up, we have an article confirming that something that definitely wasn't a ranking factor isn't a ranking factor today: keyword-based domains. So John Moo, who's in the chat right now, which is awesome, confirmed that they don't provide any SEO bonus.
Why would they, right? And I love it, by the way, how John is also saying, how is this guy's asking, how would you treat web-design.com, webdesign.com, whatever. It could also be saber-toothed hedgehog or something like this, right? Here Müller answered, it could also use saber-toothed-hedgehog.com, right? This is
great example.
This is actually not the reason why I sent this article, because I think everybody watching here, right, you might be a little bit more proficient in SEO, so obviously we're not telling you anything new, right? I mean, this is 2022. This is not like 2005 or something, right? So, by the way, we're also getting spammed in the comments here.
We are.
Love it.
Yay, we're so popular getting spammed.
Creative, by the way, if I might add, right? So I definitely got to click on that link here. No, I'm just but what I love about this article, because this is exactly the story of Right, the story of onpage.org/right. And this is what I love about it, right? Because we had exactly the same problem, what John is saying here. Or basically, we should, if John should have given this advice, before we started with onpage.org, because as I just said, when we launched the software, we've been the first cloud-based crawler out there, and really proud of it, obviously, right? Being there before the deep crawls, before the botifies, right? Woohoo! But we started out as onpage.org because we were for on-page optimization, because back then 90% of the people were really focusing on off-page. So we really to make it a stance saying onpage.org, it's about on-page optimization, right? We bought all these domains besides onpage.com, who wanted, I think, 2 million for it, but with everything else, so we had onpage.org. And when we got more international, we really encountered the problem with the .org. For example, in the US, with the .org, it's not really good. You have to have a .com. The .org is just, people were thinking of us sort of like a W3C kind of thing, right? So we needed to go to the .com, and we were really contemplating, should we buy onpage.com or what should we do? And this is exactly the tips that John gives in these articles are so true, because he says you might be limiting yourself. Look in 5 years, in 10 years, and with a keyword domain, you might limit yourself to exactly this, right? And this might cause a problem in the future, and you might want to use a more generic domain that you can actually brand and sort of like offer multiple services, have different focuses for the company. So this was exactly what our problem was, and so we decided not to go with the onpage.com, because also thinking about in 5 years, in 10 years, what will be the importance of on-page? What will be the importance of SEO overall? I mean, like, seriously, right? And I just didn't want to wake up 10 years later and being like the fax machine, right? Or even worse, the guy that repairs fax machines, right? That's even worse. So, and this was really a problem. So this was when we were really thought about, we need a brand, right? Sort of like and really for us as a company to be able to evolve. And this is when we came up with Right, and also the right.com domain. So yeah, 10 years ago, John, right? So next time, could you please post this 10 years ago? A lot of hassle, a lot of branding and everything else, right? Would have been nice, John, doing this 10 years. But yeah,
I mean, you changed 5 years ago. So yeah, you did it. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is what I love about this article, because this advice is spot on, and you should really honor this advice. Even if you have the great keyword domain, listen to John here. I can really speak from experience. This is true, and this will save you a lot of hassle, although the domain migration really worked amazingly well. I mean, like, we got a great software to do this, right? But nevertheless, this is great advice. So thanks, John, for doing this, although it's a little bit late. By the way,
but it will save others.
Feels like 2002 all over again. Keyword domains. Come on. Hey, guys. I just said why I wanted to point out this article, right? I mean, like, obviously, I'm not telling anything new to Bastian here. But great Bastian post. Nice. And Florian is also here. Hey, Flo. Great you're watching. John is blushing. Hey, no need to blush. I mean, like, it's all good. Thanks for everything. Good cases are swoodoo.com or trivago.com too, domains for travel and more. Definitely. Although if I would have hotels.com, I would have gone with hotels.com, despite what John is saying. But
it doesn't work. I think you should create a really misleading domain name. Like Sabertooth Hedgehogs is a great example.
This is actually, it's pretty branding. I mean, like, I already see the logo. Although, I mean, like, advertising this in Germany, sabertoothhedgehog.com.
What would that be in German?
What is Sabertooth? Also Säbelzahn.
Those are the tigers.
Säbelzahnigel. Säbelzahnigel.
Amazing. Someone already owns this domain. That's pretty cool.
What was it? Sabertoothhedgehog.com.
Yeah, it redirected to a Polish marketing website. So,
wow.
Chapeau.
Yeah, really.
Well
See,
done.
awesome. He might have gotten some traffic here.
Yeah, some direct traffic from SEJ.
John probably didn't know. Oh, maybe promoted. Just imagine this was gone to, I don't know, like an adult website or something. It was like, oh my God. Oh man, cool.
Cool. Time for
Awesome.
some performance. So the economic, I can't say economic. The economic times passed the core vitals threshold and achieve an overall 43% better bounce rate. We love our case studies, especially when they're about such great things like performance and web vitals. So, and the ones by web dev are very comprehensive, very easy to follow, and also provide you some really nice arguments to get optimizations shipped efficiently, especially if you're part of the news and publisher industry as well, where you face very similar problems than the economic times.
Absolutely. I love those case studies because it really makes it palpable. You can see, what people are doing and how this is actually improving their bottom line, right? I mean, because like minus 43% bounce rate, that's huge, right? That's huge because you're getting more of the users that you already get, right? But they're not bouncing off. They just stay on your site. That's awesome. You're making more out of what you already have, right? So I always think this is awesome. So this is not just about SEO. This is really about affecting your bottom line, right? And I love this because they go like step by step what they done, and you can really see this, and they basically doing the basics, right? Also they put in critical requests first. They worry about text appearance, right? So with the font display auto and then font display swap. They obviously use a better compression. In that case, they even use Proudly instead of gzip, and they have some good success with it. They're saying, I think JavaScript files are 15% smaller than with gzip. HTML files are 18% smaller. CSS font files are 17% smaller. So that's a lot of lots of saving here. They pre-connect third-party domains, which is always recommended. Obviously, and DNS prefetch for other third-party resources, better caching and stuff like this. And that's it, right? I mean, like, this is basically just the basics, right? But it does the job, and it does an incredibly well job. 43% less bounce rate. Who wouldn't want to have that, right? And also the use of placeholders is also a very nifty move they're using here, and they're also explaining this very well. So they have a larger image, which would be their LCP, I think, in a lot of cases, and they actually have a placeholder, so you're not getting this cumulative layout shift going, right? And then actually you would load that image into that placeholder, right? They break up the long JavaScript task. They defer unused JavaScript. I mean, like, obviously this is also always everybody has those problems, lazy loading the ads, and that's again just the basic, but with tremendous success. So a great case study here on web.dev. If you're fighting for, also if you're fighting your C-level, I mean, like, not fighting your C-level, right? I mean, like, if you're fighting for getting stuff done, right, and you're fighting for resources, for money and everything, this is something you can point people to and say, hey, look, I mean, like, we're not just doing this for SEO, right? We're doing this because we want to affect the bottom line, and this is helping our users. Our users have a much better experience with our website, and ultimately this will help us a lot, and obviously also SEO. So if you need something to convince your stakeholders, there's something you can pass along to them, and
exactly. Yeah, sweet.
And then get your approval.
Keep up the wonderful case studies, web dev team. We love them.
By the way, you should also, this is also a great tip to all of you, subscribe to the Google Better Web newsletter. That's actually where I got it from. There were also two great German case studies in there, which I obviously didn't put up here because this was, I think, refurbished, and they were actually having great success with also with very simple things. there was another case study with Vox who did some layout changes, which also affected SEO. So they always have great case studies in this Google Better Web newsletter. So you really want to sign up for this. It's really cool.
Yes. Hey, Patrick.
I like it. Hey, Patrick.
Cool. So what is next?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, Dixon Jones. Yeah. Another case study, building links for inlinks.
Yeah.
I
mean, we're talking about link building, right? We're just like
Yes.
flaming people having link building as a skill on LinkedIn. And now we're talking about link building. But what I like about this article, I mean, like, obviously Dixon is one of the kings of links, right? I mean, like, obviously they had a product in links. He was working for Majestic for the longest time. And he really knows his shit in regards to links. And now I love it that he also shifted now from external links, right, where I think Majestic was more focused, to internal links and optimizing internal links, because this is what we are always evangelizing. We always say, internal linking, leverage internal linking, right? This is really where you can have a lot of success, where you can do a lot, right? Mm-hmm. And I want to point out this article because this article is, I mean, like, it seems like how I build links for inlinks. I'm getting like those super juicy stuff. But what Dixon is saying in this article, this is, again, the basics. So he's basically just pretty active in the community. So he had a vlog with Barry Schwartz, and he goes way back with Barry. They know each other for a long time. He's been to SMX Jerusalem twice, conference, right? So he's been on his vlog, right? So he's leveraging his industry contacts. He's also been in a podcast with Steven Spencer. You obviously all know, because he wrote the fantastic book, The Art of SEO, together with Rand and someone else I just forgot. I don't know. Sorry. Sorry. But Steven Spencer, also amazing guy. Great SEO, very experienced, and he was in his podcast. And then they also did some studies. I think I also send you one of those pieces. And so what I like about this article, it's not selling you the bullshit, right? It's more selling you, this is what you need to do. You got to be active in the community. You basically got to do digital PR for your company, right? It's you talking about it on a podcast, on a vlog, or if you provide original research, right, with a study that you can send around the virtual blog and stuff like this. And so this is why I like this article, because you can really see one of the old guards of link building, like, really think this is how it's done. And it's basically the basic, what we all say. But this is not an easy road, right? This is not an easy road. There are no shortcuts here. And it really shows, that has worked for them. Although I'm a little bit skeptic about the first, I think it's all the way up there, where he's like, oh, look at this, our number of keywords and our visibility has been rising. It's down there. And this is due to the effect of our link building. I don't know. This might have been only one link, right? Which basically skyrocketed or kickstarted it, right? One link might be enough here. I also hate always when they show like third-party metrics. I would just show me a visibility curve, like a impressions curve, and in Google Search Console, number of keywords rising in Google Search Console. This is what I want to see, and not like third-party metrics. But I mean, like,
but
good
also
article.
As the site gets more popular and more visitors, then more people are, engaging in the content and maybe more likely to link to it. So that could also be like the correlation as well. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that because you're getting more links, that you're getting more traffic or visibility. But yeah, agree with you. Yes.
Our spammer is back. So he was blocked. Now he's spamming again.
We blocked our spammer.
Click on this. I'm intrigued.
No, please don't click
on this. I mean, he probably means well. There is really this opportunity, right? And I'm missing this, and I don't want to miss out on the opportunity here.
So for all of you at home, we just have like some weird spammer on YouTube that keeps telling us to join their strip. And it is very YouTube-y. So but Bianca is on it, like our social media expert. She is crushing it. Link building. What?
I don't know. Maybe he wants a link. Maybe we could make a link swap. I would take a link from the google.com homepage. I mean, should be a good link, right?
We get a link from johnmoo.com. That would
Nice.
be amazing. Yes.
It's the right link.
But you also mentioned this case study as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he also mentioned this. I mean, to be honest, this is more than a lead gen. This is more lead gen than a real study of some sort, because he's basically telling about how great the product inlinks is, because it helps you to automatically do these internal links. But he's making a good point here about that there's a lot of sites out there that are missing leveraging internal linking. And they have this very cool step, because at first I didn't understand the article at all. I didn't understand the study, but then I read through it, and I see 41% of the sites studied did not have a single internal link to their target pages.
Wow.
You think, what? No, he's deliberately taking out links from the footer, from the navigation, and stuff like this. And he's basically really looking for links within the content, within product pages, wherever, right? And this is, I think, a pretty fascinating stat, that really, like, a lot of sites really basically go with this approach of, putting all their stuff in the navigation, everything in the footer and stuff. Yeah, and it's going to work out fine, right? And let Google do the job. But instead of, like, really telling Google, this is very important, this is a very important product for me, right? And you should put a lot of emphasis on this, right? So I was quite surprised to find that so many sites. I mean, this panel size, I think 5,000 sites, that you would have so many sites that don't have any internal links beside the footer or the navigation to their important product pages, right? So there's definitely a missed opportunity here.
Interesting.
I sort of liked it. But again, it's more like about the inlinks product and how you can do it automatically with them. Never tried it, but I mean, like, if Dixon does, it's probably good. I'm just not a big fan of automatic approaches here. This is like one of the pieces, and branding it as a study that also got him a lot of links, got a lot of attention, and obviously also paid. Also had probably a part in the success of the inlinks.net domain.
Interesting. Yeah, cool. No, Dixon is great. He's a fun guy as well. Yeah. Search Pilot. We love Search Pilot. We love their tests. And this was a roundup from December, right? So I guess just before we sort of stopped for the Christmas break, so we didn't pick it up yet.
Yeah, and it was also featured in their newsletter yesterday or the day before yesterday. And I was actually clicking on it. I said, "Oh, 7 winning SEO tests. I have never seen this one." And then I said, like, "Oh, it's an old date." So, but again, I haven't seen it, and I love the article. So this is why we're showing it to you. Maybe you haven't seen it either. And they show 7 winning SEO tests, and they all make a lot of sense, and they're good cases on what you might be wanting to test on your site. Obviously not you, Izzi. I mean, like, you out there.
I'm going to test it now, Marcus.
What?
I will do it. But yeah, great inspiration for A/B tests, because I mean, Search Pilot have really paved the way for accessible split testing, to actually see an impact on your search engine performance. So, they're always leading the way for the really cool hypotheses, and they really structure their tests well. They have some great documents and resources on this, but they also share, like, all of their findings, which is really cool. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, hey, just because this test won, like adding internal category links to the homepage footer, just because that one doesn't mean that you should go out there and just implement it straight away. It's really, like, reinforcing this topic of testing in SEO, which is so important. We're still not quite there yet, but I see more and more companies are using this in their processes as well, which is really cool.
And a lot of people are struggling. What should I test, right? And I think these are articles from Search Pilot, especially this one, is a great resource to really see this is kind of test that you could be running, that you could try out if this is also important for you. And as you said, this is not about blindly doing this because it was winning for them, right? But test it. Test the scenario for your site, and it might also help you.
And this one especially, so I tested this on our wiki articles. Like it was sort of meta titles explained in 2021, you know, and it had a 25% increase in clicks. I tested this last year, so it was crazy. It was such a great uplift.
Crazy.
So yeah, you never know until you try it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the date thing is, if there's some sort of like something that might change, right? People are really looking, is this the most current information, right? And if you put it in the title, really like, oh, this seems to be the new information, updated for 2022 or something
Yes.
like this,
Yes.
easily added to the title, and just test it out if it has an impact. Yeah.
It's kind of cliche, right? It's like this sort of ongoing joke that like every 1st of January, every SEO is going there and changing their titles to 2022.
I did.
You
On the
did.
3rd, though. On the 3rd. Yeah.
Good, you
Monday
took the
was
day
the
off.
3rd. Yeah, I didn't do that on a Saturday. Like right
Yeah,
after
I'm not a
New Year,
loser.
I'm gonna change my titles, right?
With a hangover, like no thanks. Yeah, it is a really like ongoing joke in the SEO community, but it can have a good impact. And like you said, it really should make sense for your industry. Like chess moves of 2022. Are chess rules something that update? No, I don't think so anyway. But I'd be more inclined to know like the real like timeless rules, you know.
I think there's only one with en passant, that at the high level you have to do en passant. As you can't, yeah.
Oh, so it is changing. What?
Yeah, but I might be wrong. But I think this is in the high level. You have to play en passant.
Okay.
I'm also not a grandmaster, so I'm good, right? I think other than that, nothing really changed. But there's a lot of new openings. Also, people, this is what's changing in chats. Also, I think the popularity of certain openings is definitely shifting. And now everybody's playing the Catalan because Magnus Carlsen's playing the Catalan. And I also play the Catalan, so yeah, I like it.
I don't know what you're talking about right now. I know nothing about chess.
Then we
but
should
okay.
play chess for money. How do you feel about playing?
Yes. I will gamble all of my money on playing chess for the first time because I have beginner's luck, and that's how it works, right? No.
In poker, it does.
In poker, yeah.
No.
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 But that was it. So that was all the news of the week. It wasn't much, but I think we still got some really good chats out of it.
Past 5, so I think mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. And it was 1 week of SEO, and so much can change. We are still very happy to be a part of this industry. We love it. We love you all at home watching. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you saw in LinkedIn, you're in the right profession. Perfect. Right.
We are in the right profession.
So good,
especially us, because we're in the right profession.
Cheers to that. Yeah, so we're gonna have a show next week, and then we are for 1 week because we're both on vacation, as we just learned earlier today.
Yes.
So, but we're definitely gonna be here for you next Friday, and time to hit the launch button. Didn't we start the no? But how would you see
core update confirmed?
I don't know. I really want to do the weekend now. Really,
I know. Okay, launch into never release on a Friday, right, John?
Yeah, I was like, oh wait, we didn't record that. This is really just us. Yeah, and I don't know how we would have listened in, but you never know, right? And core update. Oh my God, this is going to be a busy weekend. But no, we're going to launch into the weekend. So yes, let's do that. Thank you, John. So we're going to launch to the weekend. We would like to temporarily redirect you from work to
the weekend.
That's us. Woo. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy optimizing. Cheers.
Happy optimizing. Cheers. Bye, everyone. Bye.